We got a pretty cool unboxing today from Caterpillar. They make tractors. They make arguably the best tractors, bulldozers, backhoes of all time. There's people that dispute that, just like any top brands of anything. I've always loved Caterpillar as a brand. You know, as a little boy playing with the Caterpillar trucks, Tonka trucks, you know, my Maverick's basically an adult Tonka truck or Cat truck. So I love Cat, the brand, and they make footwear. So let's see what we got here, because I got 3 different boots. And I think I'm gonna start with this one. What am I unboxing it with? This freaking sweet little, I forgot the name. Knife people are gonna kill me. Microtech. I'll have Brody put me opening this up over this because it was so fun. And I thought for sure I was gonna lose a finger. I didn't know these were legal. This is maybe the most fun thing I've ever got from this. So if you want one of these, they're pricey. They're like 500 bucks. But we got it from Blade HQ, so we'll put links to that in the description. Because you can do this. This is the one I think has the most potential and I think could be a pretty cool little boot. This is the Threshold Rebound Waterproof NM. What does NM stand for? Non-metallic again. Composite toe, electrical hazard resistant, slip resistant, waterproof, non-metallic. The Threshold retails, this is the most expensive of the bunch. This one retails for $145. Woo! Yeah, this one's cool, at least initially, because I like this old lace to toe style pattern. You know, usually you see this in more like lineman boots or roofer boots that need a lot of support all over the foot, so their foot's not constantly sliding while they're standing on roofs all day or beating around on logs and whatever else you'd be doing, and that you need a lot of support. And it's a pretty good looking boot too. You know, it's still, you know, your classic affordable boot with all the paneling and all that. Looks like it's about the same thickness of leather as the other, so probably around 2 millimeters. At least it's real leather. I'm glad it's leather. Non-metallic. It's interesting. I don't remember if we've really focused on the fact that some of these boots are truly like non-metallic at all, like no metal in them at all. It's got that 100% recycled post-industrial lining. It's got the same insole. Let's see what these insoles are about. So they call them the Tech Revive Engineered for Comfort. Feels like a lot like Ortholite insole. So not like crazy different technology all over the place, but not as bad as some of that really cheap foam insoles. And looks like it looks like it's a TPU outsole. So I wonder if it's a polyurethane midsole TPU outsole. Let's see what it says. Nylon hardware, that's what those are, nylon. Quality full grain leather uppers. It's nubuck, so can't be full grain. Little typo there, Cat. Durable rubber outsole. I thought this was TPU for sure. And EVA midsole, so it must be. Usually they don't combine TPU. Usually they almost always combine TPU and polyurethane because they're basically the same thing. And you almost always see rubber and EVA. So it's probably rubber then. Yeah, kind of a nice little short work boot. Okay. Next up, let's do the Invader Mid-Vent. This boot retails for $124, $125, so similar deal. Composite toe, electrical hazard resistant, slip resistant, non-metallic. Let's see what we got. Microtech. I've been leaving this at the shop so that I don't lose it immediately. That's so ridiculous. Cat's been also making like shoes and stuff, and I kind of like what they're doing because their casual shoes are just so over the top. They're like huge chunky soles, like yellow all over the place. And so it is one of these weird things where it's like, hey, Cat, are you like a fashion brand or your work brand? Like, or are you both? Like, what is this? This kind of rides that line. You know, you got that big chunky sole, and you can see that it is non-metallic because it's got like synthetic eyelets. So is this a work boot? It's gotta be, it's composite toe. Unbeatable traction, uncompromised support, and unwavering confidence. This is the Invader Mid-Vent, built with outdoor-inspired details and in line with the Caterpillar heritage. This is a shoe that, this is a shoe with all the benefits of massive machinery. Is it leather though? I don't think it's leather. only one way to find out. Cut. Oh, I'm not using knives. I'm not used to a double-bladed knife. Just trying to shave off that top layer and see if it's actually nubuck or if it's synthetic. Fake leather. All right, you had me for a sec. Don't like fake leather. Strobel stitch construction. Interesting. So yeah, not leather. Sneaky, tricky. Don't like that. I don't know why they don't. Why boot companies don't just use leather all the time. Maybe it has something to do with the electrical hazard. I wish that was leather. Don't like that one as much. We've got the second shift WPSTASTM/steel toe, which basically means second shift waterproof steel toe. They retail for $130, so $30 more than the other boots we cut in half. They're waterproof, slip resistant, steel toe, Goodyear welted, and pretty similar to the Timberland shape. You know, it's very Timberland inspired looking boot. So let's open them up and see what we got. Yellow packaging. All right. Oh, what? Holographic details on the tag. All right. Already winning bonus points for cool style stuff. As for other packaging, not much to it. These are, let me get this all cleaned up. But these are clearly an attempt at making a Timberland style boot. You know, it's got that two-tone outsole. You've got that hard, almost like bouncy ball texture outsole. It is that same pattern as this boot. And this, if I remember correctly, is patterned after the tracks on a big bulldozer, which I can't help but love. You know, and it actually looks pretty grippy. Looks like it does have that Goodyear welt on it. It's still a plastic or synthetic welt. As for leather thickness, let's see if we can get a little caliper in there. Looks like just a little over 2 millimeters thick. So right in that affordable work boot range, you know, for the heavier duty work boots, you see anywhere from 2.5 to 3 up to ridiculous thicknesses in some of the Pacific Northwest brands. For these affordable boots, you usually see 2 to 2.5, but we don't know for sure because I'm just kind of measuring a little side piece. Nice nubuck leather. Let's look at the little grain section here. Still a lot of grain in there. And lining, 100% recycled post-industrial lining. See if they got any other interesting details. They come in black and dark brown or honey reset, which is this one. But very much a competitor to the Timberlands. Is at least the attempt. How much are those Timberlands? Okay, so the price of the Timberland that this is clearly made to compete with is $198, and this was, already forgot, $130. So maybe we'll do a comparison Timberland versus Cat, or maybe we'll just cut them in half. I don't know. We'll see. You know what? This is the thing about unboxings is shows you I'm actually unboxing them because it's the same boot. It's the same boot we cut in half. So I was like, oh, it's the same outsole, same like synthetic welt, same thickness of leather. It's like, oh, crazy. It's the exact same boot. Whoops. But we'll see if it's actually exactly the same because there are some differences. The lining's different, the collar's different, but it's essentially the same boot, but waterproof and maybe a few other details. But at least you know these are real unboxings. The question is, what do we do? Do we do a comparison of all three, or do we do Timberland versus this one? We could do both. So, I don't really know. Let me know what you guys think, what you want to see from these, because we don't have to cut them in half, they just sent us to do a little unboxing. But I'm curious how they're all built and what's changed in this one. So let me know do you want to see all three cut in half? Do you want to see a comparison of this versus Timberland? Do you want to have a standalone of the non-leather one that seems to be more like a casual style work boot? I don't know. Let me know what you want to do. I'll think about it. You think about it. Come to a consensus. I want to try these on. What am I wearing? I'm wearing the Russell Mocks because these things are freaking comfy. These are the rough. What are they called? Backcountry. It's their more like hiking one. You got the little mini Vibram. Put one of the Rose Anvil Kilties in it. Check out Kilties, links description, shameless plug. Didn't plug in the last one though. Can't remember all the plugs all the time. I want to take both off. What am I doing? Let's try this on now. This one might be interesting. This is kind of a different construction than I expected. So we got us a size 10.5 men's. It's usually wearing like sneakers. A 10 on the Brannock. Oof, that actually is not bad at all for being a steel toe. I don't know about these nylon lace keepers though. I've never really had experience with them or heard much about them. You know, the initial impression is, I think what everyone's gonna think is like, yeah, aren't they gonna shatter and break? You know, or over time are they gonna wear through? Yeah, that's not bad at all. Doesn't feel like there's a giant heel either. 10.5 is probably good for me. Just have a little bit extra wiggle room. I could probably go down to a 10. Well, that's the unboxing. Kind of fun seeing what Cat has to offer without having to go into tons of detail and plan videos and stuff. So thank you guys for supporting these unboxings. They're so fun for me to do. It allows us to get some eyes on some of the new products people are coming out with, the industry, what people are doing to try to change the industry, offer new stuff. Like I've never heard of these nylon like eyelets and lace keepers. Crazy giant luggy outsoles. So thank you guys for all your support and watching these, supporting the main channel, supporting this channel with Rose Anvil 2. If you're not subscribed, consider doing it. It's so fun to do this kind of stuff. And thanks for supporting our handmade leather goods. We've got lots of cool stuff in the works this year. Lots of cool products, lots of really fun collaborations, and your guys' support of our collaborations and of our handmade goods and watching these videos is the only reason we're able to do this. And like I mentioned in a couple other videos, we're trying to move away from doing so many of the other regular ads from random brands that we're promoting and trying to move towards more of like our handmade leather goods like we make here in the shop, showing our collaborations more, just because it's more interesting. It's more of what I enjoy. I get to share some of my passion and the love of all the stuff that we're doing behind the scenes. So thank you guys. I really appreciate all your support. See ya.